Hi there, my name is Emi and I'll be going through the final module of Day 3. I'll be talking to you about how to solve quadratic equations. Please pause this presentation at any time when you need more time to think about something. A quadratic equation is an equation that has a standard form such that we have a quadratic expression on the left-hand side and 0 on the right-hand side. To solve this quadratic equation, if we can factorize the left-hand side, we do so. Then we will have the product of two factors which is equal to 0. Since any number multiplied by 0 is simply equal to 0, either one of the factors must be 0. So we let these factors equal to 0 and solve for x. For example, to solve x squared plus 2x minus 3 equals to 0, we factorize the left-hand side to get x plus 3 times x minus 1. For the left-hand side to equal to 0, either one of the factors must be 0. That is, x plus 3 equals to 0, or x minus 1 equals to 0. Hence, x equals to minus 3 or x equals to 1. We can substitute x equals to minus 3 and x equals to 1 to the left-hand side to check our answers are indeed correct. By substituting x equals to minus 3 or x equals to 1, the left-hand side both give us 0 as we wanted. Consider another example. Find x such that x squared plus 4x plus 9 equal to 5. Here the quadratic equation is not in the standard form, so we can rewrite the equation so the right-hand side is 0. In doing so, we get x squared plus 4x plus 4 equals to 0. Then factorize the left-hand side to get x plus 2 times x plus 2 equals to 0. Here x plus 2 must be 0, and so x equals to minus 2 is the solution. As you might have noticed, this is the only solution. Okay, let's have a look at one more example to make sure you're comfortable with this. Solve 4x squared minus 16 equals to 0. Here we use the difference of two squares method to factorize the left-hand side. See Day 3 Module 2 for how to do this. So either 2x minus 4 equals to 0 or 2x plus 4 equals to 0. And solving for x, we find that the solution is x equals to 2 or x equals to minus 2. Try substituting x equals to 2 or x equals to minus 2 in the equation to see if it satisfies it. So far the examples we have done had quadratic expressions that were easily factorized. So what if you encounter quadratics that are difficult or cannot be factorized? In that case, we can use a quadratic formula. If we rearrange the quadratic equation in the standard form and the solution exists, it is given by this formula seen here. This is a very handy formula, so try to commit this to your memory. We simply use this formula by plugging the corresponding values from the quadratic equation. We will show you an example in the next slide, but before we do, keep in mind that b squared minus 4ac is called a discriminant. If this discriminant, which is what is in the square root of the quadratic formula, is negative, then the equation has no real solutions. For example, to solve 2x squared plus 4x minus 2 equals to 0, we find that the values of a, b, c in the standard form are 2, 4, minus 2 respectively. We plug these into the formula and get x equals to minus 1 plus minus square root of 2. Therefore, x equals to minus 1 plus square root 2, or x equals to minus 1 minus square root of 2. As you might have noticed, the solution would have been very difficult to find without the quadratic formula. Let's have a look at one more example. Solve 4x squared plus 2x plus 5 equals to 0. For this equation, a equals to 4, b equals to 2, and c equals to 5. Notice that the discriminant, b squared minus 4ac, is equal to minus 76. And we cannot take a square root of a negative number. Therefore, 4x squared plus 2x plus 5 equals to 0 has no real solutions. Here are some practice questions for you to do. Press pause to attempt these questions, and then press play when you're ready to see the answers. Here are the answers.